and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The LSU Tigers offense will start this game off. Sometimes you sense that what the kids call swagger is a false bravado. This dude is nothing but real at wide receiver.
He's got that speed, and you see DBs, they're probably watching him come on the field right now, and they understand it's going to be a long game. This guy can go get it. He can run. He can do a little bit of everything at the wide receiver spot.
Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season, throughout your career, and it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era today where bowl games don't matter as much as they did back when you and I played, but it was special to take the field with your guys one more time, but playing in games that had so much history.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. David, given the fact that you are a devoted helmet head, I'm not sure that you're aware there are a lot of other festivities around the bowl game. Did you ever experience any of that?
Of course I'm a helmet head. Yeah, spot on. Agree with that. But here's the thing. We did a meat-eating contest at the Outback Bowl my senior year. Which squad could eat more steak from Outback? It was absolutely amazing. So I experienced that in all of its glory. And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. The give is to Williams. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they love to convert this 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball on the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
A simple ritual done with the peel of an apple, which anyone can do at home, capable of targeting the root cause of the disease.
Lining up to add another.
Many things has nothing to do with diet or low insulin production by the pancreas, but rather
And the PAT makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. And here's the return. And the return man is stopped, and now we'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Trojans offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Controversial band cartoon
To the air, it's Moss.
Computer Soldier Oregon.
It's complete. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Really nice pass right there. This guy's got a lot to live up to. So much pressure when you think about playing quarterback with the Trojans. Heisman winners, guys like Carson Palmer, Matt Leinart, Caleb Williams. There's a lot of people watching this guy hoping he can be the next great one at USC. When you see throws like that, it gives you the hope that maybe, you know what, he might just be.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
Motion from the offense. On the move, it's O'Neal. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Here on 3rd down, will they go back to the running game?
Orange.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Mango. Asparagus. Avocado. Fruit that can be dangerous for the kidney. Pineapple. Grapefruit.
Guys,
Strawberry.
LSU has the lead here.
Orange.
One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
Beetroot. Banana. Papaya. Mango. Asparagus. Avocado.
Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. And the Trojans will punt this one away.
Strawberry. Or
He'll call for the fair catch here. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Quarterback on the keeper.
And the moderator said, well, let's drop it. In fact, this was rigged. As
How
you
great is it
suggest,
to be an offensive coordinator
your
having
evidence.
a quarterback like
Say
this?
it.
Because he
Notes.
can go and
It's rigged.
generate first downs with throwing the ball and running the ball. It seems like there's nothing this kid can't do.
Now from the 36-yard line,
and then
it's
Hillary
first
tried
and
to punch him
10.
in the taxi. She said, this man doesn't pay his taxes. He shot right back. That makes me smart. And then he said,
From the gun, leaves it on the inside
What?
with the back.
pay my
And
taxes.
how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Because your friends and
It's
your
hard
neighbors
to run on a
enjoy the
defense
same
that comes off
tricks
the
that I
ball
do.
like that and
That
runs to the
Star
football.
Wars movie.
Good
No one had
line,
ever
no
seen
holding.
somebody come from inside of
They
that
got
house.
nothing on the
So what
last
brings you
play.
back
It's
there?
second
I'm
and
sure you
10.
remember. Did you know you could beat Kung Fu for the Nintendo Entertainment System in less than 10 minutes? I didn't either until I saw another YouTube channel, BBQ Chuckin', said he could beat it in around 5 minutes. So I thought, what the heck, let me give it a try. So I did some practicing, and this is my first full run through. Feel free to click that subscribe button if you haven't already while we run through here. The first level is pretty easy. It's really just mostly those purple guys. One knife thrower, I think. So you just kind of want to take it a little slow and wait for your enemies to come hit you, and then you just attack.
Really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag
Before you know it, you'll be at the first boss. And really, all the boss techniques are about the same except for one person. You get close, foot sweep, keep going. At this part, they'll try to come kill you, but you just keep running. Yeah, and from there, you just head straight up to level 2. Pretty quick, pretty easy. Level 2 is a little different. The first half of the level, you're just really trying to avoid these dragons and snakes. They'll fall from the ceiling. The little ones you just jump over, you can't attack them. And then the larger ones, you just stay your distance and avoid the fire. And that's really it. Those things will explode, those little disco ball looking things. Not really a threat if you're moving. Once you get past that, you'll get to the enemies again. And again, standard, just foot sweeps. Look out for the ones that throw the knives, because you have to dodge that.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Listen, you gotta be able to know what.
With this guy, you're going to duck under his boomerangs, throw a couple of them, and then again, just foot sweep until he's dead. And outrun these remaining enemies, and you're on to level 3. So far, so good.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Looking for the score.
Get started on floor 3. Floor 3 introduces what looks like children. Kind of weird, but go ahead, sweep them, knock them down. So in this level, you'll get both the purple ones, the smog guys, and the knife throwers. So it can get a little chaotic, but you're just going to continue to sweep them. The little guys do have one odd ability where they'll actually jump and hit you on the head, and I haven't really found a way to avoid that when they do it. But it doesn't do very much damage, so you don't have to worry too much about that.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify
when you think the boss is coming, you want to slow down a little bit so you can clear out any of those enemies, because they will continue to come just until the boss spawns.
Warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. Grab near the marker. It's O'Neal. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Well, he comes
now, this boss can be tough because he's got a really strong kick. He hits you with that, you're in trouble. Luckily, he didn't throw the kick in this battle. And then now we're already on to level 4, and we're less than 4 minutes into this thing. I had no idea as a kid that this game was this short. Like, I was terrible at this game as a kid, so it really surprised me that it was as easy as it was.
Early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch.
This area seems hard at first, but once you get the hang of it and the rhythm down, it's pretty easy. See, there's that jump move I was telling you about. I don't really know how to avoid that, but it doesn't do a ton of damage.
Back to pass, it's Moss. Throws toward the end zone.
So we're going to finish killing off the rest of the enemies, and then makes the ones that they ever start coming. There he is. So first you want to kick his head off, he disappears, stay ducked because it's going to throw fireballs. Now just keep punching, stay ducked, closer, boom. Sometimes he throws the fireball downward. I don't know how to determine when he's going to do that, but if he does, it's going to hit you. There's out of it, from what I can tell. And then from here, we are on to the final, and then we'll do level 5. Level 5 is pretty straightforward. You're just going to see all the regular enemies that you're used to seeing, the little guys, purple guys, knife throwers. The only real difference is they come at a higher frequency from both directions. And then the other difference about this level is when you get close to the boss, the enemies will actually turn around and run away, so you don't have to worry about them interrupting your pass.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to.
There you see they turned and ran away. And this one again, foot sweep. Let's get out of the striking distance, foot sweep them. And down he goes. That's it. I could never do that as a kid, and I just ended up doing it in like.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Makes the grab down the middle. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job.
Father God, my 5-year-old daughter has cancer.
Getting an idea
Please
of
heal
where
her.
he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly.
They're the best team in the SEC. We're predicting the schedule for the Vanderbilt Commodores. I'm so grateful for Vanderbilt.
So my son comes over and he's visibly upset. And I ask him, I said, well, what's going on with you? Now, he's got a roommate.
Update. My friend.
Guys, if you don't want to come down with stroke, then stop these bad habits immediately. It's time to take control of your health. Here are 5 things you...
All right, so I'm going to show this to you.
The Cold War is over.
On
Well,
third
get
and
this
long,
one right.
doesn't need
Wait,
to take the check
who's
down.
Barack Obama?
The pressure on
Did they make a terrorist the president? Back in my day, you used to go to jail for smoking reefer. Nowadays, you get played on the radio. All that today's kids do is sit inside and play video games. Well, back in my day, if you were a kid and you weren't outside, you were a man. You were a closeted homosexual. What the hell were the Twin Towers? We still haven't had a woman president. Well, that's how we still in the country. Over $75 billion to Ukraine. Well, back in my day, if a country asked us for money, we would phone them. The NBA is uncomfortably black now. Wouldn't you say, Martha? We've been to the moon, but cars can't fly. Now you tell me.
Unemotionless and white for 30 seconds. You metal, Rick?
And while it may be a broken record,
Sit in
turnovers
fire.
are the name of the game. The team
That's a
that
breaking
wins
buddy.
win. The ones that win
What do you
that
think, crew
turnover
worship?
margin, generally
Industrial
speaking, are the
noises.
ones that have the best chance to get that
Smoky
done.
noises.
And with that, let's send it back
Try
to
it.
the fellas inside
Critics absolutely
Allegiant
hate the new
Stadium.
Crow remake, and even one of its former writers is trashing the movie. In case you're not aware, a new adaptation of The Crow starring Bill Skarsgård hits theaters today. It cost $50 million to make, and it's expected to gross under $9 million this weekend. And these reviews certainly won't help. IndieWire says The Crow is not a waste of talent and resources. Worse, it just hangs there on the screen as undead as Eric himself. The Guardian says The Crow 2.0 is a total head-enhanced disaster, incoherently plotted, and sloppily made, destined to join the annals of the very worst and most pointless remakes ever made. Slashfilm calls it a dull, lifeless, meaningless remake. Mashable says it's ugly, incoherent, and ultimately cynical. Cine Express compares Bill Skarsgård's acting to Hayden Christensen in the Star Wars prequels, and Cinema Craze calls it infuriating. As of Thursday morning, just 21% of the
This offense right here, this drive, start off the second half, David.
Good
They need to
news
put
and
something
bad
together.
news, right?
Really
Come
put
here.
pressure on
Number
the
one,
opponent.
love was captured. Awesome. That's the good news, right? It's that too. That's the part that might get a little interesting because that specific bug, right? And this is a fun fact.
Double parks on 24. He's gets suspicious that they're Latin kings, so he walks up to the car. He asks them if they're Latin kings, to which they respond, no, we're girls, and they start giggling. Luis unfortunately takes
Third
this as
down
disrespect.
conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they
The
can pull it
incident
off.
sparked major outrage in the community, and rightfully so. However, Luis Patton would not be arrested for 3 more years. In the meantime, even his own side was disappointed in what he had done. Specifically, a member named Robert Vela was extremely disappointed. Robert was one of the original members on 24, known as Bobby D. At this point, Bobby had moved to the South Chicago suburb of Midlothian, where he raised his family. However, when he heard about the incident, he decided to go back to his original blog to straighten things out. And that takes us to October 30th, 2010. Bobby arrives at 7 p.m. and posts up on the block with some younger members. As he's talking to the members, a man is creeping up from behind the buildings, and that's when the man walks behind Bobby. This was a huge deal in the SD community. A lot of members were pissed. Chicago police knew that this could spark a major retaliation for whoever had done this. They figured that this was revenge from the Latin Kings for the September 6th incident. But after talking to Latin Kings members, they realized that this was not the case at all. Instead, they started looking into the SDs. Maybe this was an inside job. And what do you know, SD informants told police that it was a fellow SD member from 24. However, because the case is sealed, we don't know exactly who it was. But I'm sure you can make an educated guess, especially after this next incident.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line. And the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job. Great catch. First down.
They've moved it to the 19. First and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Southern Cal. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jackson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Offense gets set for second down. He'll do it himself. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And it's a nice job by this defense. Understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Now the play fake. Getting some heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
LSU right back to the line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Feeling some heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
It's 2012 and Louise Patton is still on the streets acting as wild as ever. February 18th, 2012, Louise Patton is driving around the Latin Kings territory looking for any rivals he can find. At 4 p.m. while driving down California Avenue, he notices a car full of Latin Kings members going the other way. So he instantly busts a U-turn and speeds down California to catch up. He then pulls directly in front of the car and corners them in. That's when he rolls down his window. Due to surveillance footage, Luis was arrested quickly after, and after recovering his blicky, police were able to tie it to the September 6th incident as well. After a long trial, Luis was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Well, these kinds of incidents further the rivalry between the SDs and the Latin Kings. However, these weren't their only rivals. Although the Kings were their most hated, the SDs also despised another local gang. This would be 2-6, a little village gang who started out on 26. Since the 1980s, the SDs and 2-6 have been bitter rivals fighting over Little Village territory. And that takes us to August of 2015. As you know, the SDs have always been encouraged to get legal jobs. And for two members, this meant working security for a towing company, making sure the vehicle made it safe. The two men are Carlos Trinian of Whittier, Indiana, and Jonathan Rodriguez of Calumet, Illinois. Well, because this is a standby profession, the members can do whatever they want until they get dispatched to a scene. And that takes us to August 22nd, 2015. The two SD members are on standby in the clearing neighborhood of Southside Chicago. After being bored sitting in their car, they decide to drive to a bar on West 63rd. At the bar, they start chopping it up with a random guy named Leonardo Morales. This lasts until 2 a.m. when the bar closes and they walk outside. This is when they get a call that a driver is having issues with a repo and they need to assist him on the scene. So instantly they hop in their truck and they ask Leonardo if he wants to tag along for fun. He agrees, and together the three head to the scene. Well, long story short, they break up the argument and it's just another regular day of work. After this, Leonardo asks if they can give him a ride home. The SD members agree and they all hop in Jonathan's car. During the car ride, Leonardo starts to talk about his past. He tells them that he used to be a 2-6 member before he changed his life. The energy in the car shifts as the two SD members look at each other in the front seat. Without saying a word, they simply nod at each other and drive down to a nearby alley. At this point, Leonardo is confused and he asks them if there's a problem and double parks on 24.
I just spent $41 on
the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable
Hey,
that last drive. They got to do something here
It's
to
made
get this
national.
defense on
And
their heels.
find a Joe Boy name. We were not happy, but we were not happy. But 9,000 Chinese men. In order for this video, need to actually fall asleep. Opinion on this in our generation. But in double.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He leaves it with his back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Running back searching for a hole. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
And the Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the lofts one high and deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. They're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He wants a big play here late. Smashes through. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And, man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call, and that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open receiver.
And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Pressure coming. Grabs it in the middle. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Stop short of the marker, and they stop in his defense, and they get the ball back. Hand off from the shotgun. And they'll pick up just a few on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the ball game.
Got him.